questions today is about Vince Carter. Can you talk about what his influence, if any, he's had?
Yeah, I mean, just watching him since I was young, just remember the dunks he did, and then just how long his career's been. So that's really the furthest memory I have of him.
Is it amazing to see, like you said, you touched on how long his career's been, you know, somebody who you may have seen as a kid still doing it in the league right now?
Definitely. You know, especially with a guy that jumps a lot. You know, I feel like their careers usually don't go as long, but I feel like he you know, worked on his shot, became a shooter, scorer, and he was able to last in the NBA.
Kyle, you would have been pretty young, obviously, when he first came in.
Yeah.
Do you have any memories of him as a player, as a competitor, as an opponent, anything that stands out?
I just remember. I feel like the earliest one is, well, the one that's most memorable is when he put his arm in the rim. That was probably like where I really gravitated to him.
Kyle's return, obviously big to get Kyle back in the lineup for you guys, but it should also mean you see a little more time with Fred. Fred sees a little more time with Kyle. How much does that shift in the point guard rotation help you and Fred?
I feel like right now it hasn't, because Fred started, and we didn't really play that much together. I don't think, but you know, I feel like it'll just, you know, just be like old times. Just, you know, playing off each other and trying to, you know, split our matchup.
JV's still out, obviously, but you guys are getting healthier. It's the first time in like a month that Kyle and Kawhi will play together. How important is that for you guys now that you're into the second half of the season to start building that chemistry as a team going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's very important. It's obviously want to have that chemistry going into the playoffs, so it's always good to have those two back in the lineup and, you know, just continue to build with each other.
Delon, you guys are just about halfway through, or you were just past the halfway mark of the season. Kind of stepping back, looking at the big picture things. I mean, are you where you thought you'd be as a team? What's your like half point evaluation?
Yeah, I feel like we're, you know, in a good spot. I think we're still first, so that's always good. You know, obviously we gave some games up that we would have liked to, you know, get back, but you know, it happens, and we've been dealing with a lot of injuries, so you know, it kind of happens.
What's kind of like the key thing you want to focus on in the second half?
Individually or as a team?
Both.
Just, you know, being consistent as an individual, and as a team, staying together, moving the ball, playing good defense, and you know, just building good habits.
Do you feel like you struggled yourself consistency-wise so far this year?
Yeah, just I don't know. It's been a little different with like minutes and rotations, so it's been a little different for me. But you know, I just have to, you know, fight through the little things and try to do my best.
Has the constant change at center affected your consistency?
I don't know. It could be. I don't know. But you know, just have to deal with it. That's with the team we have, and you know, just I have to do my best.
Delon, going back to the Vince Carter questions, at some point over the last few years, there was talk about possibly having Vince come back to the Raptors just to like wrap up his career with the franchise that he started with. Would that have been fun for you had he come back to the Raptors?
Yeah. I mean, you know, he's a Hall of Famer, so of course that'll be always good to have a Hall of Famer in your team. But you know, until that happens, I'll just admire him from afar.
Why do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
Scored 30,000, I believe, against us. 25. Sorry, 25. That, you know, that's amazing. You know, just the career he's had. One of the best, or arguably the best in-game dunker. So I just think that with all those accolades, he'll get in.
What do you take from guys like playing around other talented players or, you know, superstar talents, like growing up as a young guy, being around your brother, being around D-Wade, and playing alongside Kawhi? I mean, how do you take that as a player, as a sponge to adapt it to your game, to kind of steal and add to your game?
Just try to, you know, take the good and try to learn from them as much as I can. Obviously, I won't be able to take everything from those individuals, so just try to take little pieces and, you know, add in wherever I feel like I need it.
Welcome, everyone. Good morning. How are we?
Still not sure what that means. Coach, so a lot of the questions are surrounding Vince Carter today.
Yep.
What do you think of when his name comes up?
Well, I think he's obviously, like for me, when I first got here 5.5 years ago, and you'd bump into people on the street and they'd say, "Oh, you're with the Raptors," and "Oh, we love Vince Carter." Would be like like the next sentence out of their mind. I followed the Raptors back to the Vince Carter days. So, he was kind of, his name synonymous with Toronto Raptor basketball.
Which is kind of crazy because he hasn't been in uniform in 15 years. Right?
Well, he left an impression, right? I mean, seriously, he left an impression, a new franchise and a superstar, and I don't know. It's really cool. I just think it's really cool to still watch him play and all that stuff. It's amazing that he's still going.
What sticks out to you about his game? Sorry,
it's all right.
Almost 42 years of age. What sticks out to you now?
Well, he's one. The thing he does now is he's kind of turned into a 3-point shooter, right? And I think that is also neat because he was a high flying rim rocker, right? When he came into the league, he was an incredible athlete, and as the years tick by, you lose some of that jumping ability, and you go to becoming a more skillful player, and to be able to transform from kind of a at the rim non-shooter to a shooter later on in your career is also, it takes a lot of work, right? It takes a lot of work to be able to do that.
The last couple of years, we've been thinking this is going to be the last time we may see that.
Yeah.
And there was already an emotional video tribute here.
Yeah.
Fans cheered.
Yeah.
After booing him for years, he got emotional. Is there any emotion left?
I don't know. I tell you what, it seems like every time we turn around right now, there's a big emotional game for us, right? It didn't even hit me till last night. One of my good friends texted me and said, "Geez, another emotional game tomorrow," and it didn't even hit me because we just come out of the San Antonio and that whole thing and 2 tough games against our closest, I guess, people closest to us in the standings, Milwaukee and Indiana, and. It seems like it's. I don't know if we have any emotion left for that. We just go play the game.
At some point, there was talk about maybe bringing Vince Carter back to the Raptors franchise to wrap up his career. Wouldn't that have been fun to coach him on the team?
Of course. I mean, I think. Again, for me, I was kind of growing up with him as a younger person than I am now, and obviously watched him a lot, and that's a neat thing for me as a coach to coach any of these superstar guys.
Take for any player, not just Vince, to play 20 years in this league?
Well, I think the most obvious one is taking care of yourself tremendously well, right? And that's, as the years tick by, it's not easy to do, as you can see. I mean, just look at our roster this year. How many guys have been in and out and with injuries and there's a lot of nicks and bruises that you play through and all that kind of stuff. And to be able to after a long season, ramp yourself up to have an incredible summer physically, to get yourself back ready to go to prepare for another 82 plus games is it's got, I think it takes its toll mentally on you to be able to push yourself to do that. So that's incredible. It's incredible mental strength a guy like that has to have to continue to play.
What do you think his legacy will be with the Raptors franchise?
Well, I think he's already got one, right, with his again, starting out the franchise and being kind of like the first superstar, and again, like I said, he's synonymous with Raptor basketball. So I think that's always going to be the case.
Zach, when you look at Atlanta, obviously they're a rebuilding team, but they've been quite competitive
Yeah.
for the last 64 years. What do you think triggered that turnaround?
Well, first of all, I think Lloyd Pierce is a really good coach, right? He was running Philadelphia's defense before he took this job, and he obviously has a great defensive pedigree and background, and he gets them to come out and play defensively. They've got pretty good connection. When they have a good game, they're into it defensively. They are guarding you and competing, and that'll take you a long ways. Playing hard will take you a long ways in this league, and he gets them to do that. Yep. Yeah, it's good. Well, we need them back out there, and it'll be good to have them out there. And we need to, again, the more games, the better with those guys. I think it's been too few, if you want my honest opinion. As we look back at the year, I don't know the number, but it's got to be 20 probably, 21. You guys are good at that stuff.
Your last played, we're going back ancient history, right? It was beginning of December, but I think they were 1-3. You guys are 1-3 in the 4 they played together.
That's the last 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there something
Go ahead.
Is there something that needs to happen for you guys to be optimum ultimately on the floor?
Again, my memory's not very good, Michael, but I don't recall who we were playing or what the circumstances was or where or any of that kind of stuff. But I don't know. That's I don't read too much into that. I think there are two best players, and we need our two best players on the floor. And once we get them out there, and we're relatively healthy, we're going to be darn hard to beat.
Your lineups for both of them have been pretty successful, right? Like your most successful lineup is that starting lineup. So what do you want to see between now and the end of the year with those two guys, not just with each other, but integrating into the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think it's for me now here in the second half. I'm still concerned with developing some things defensively, right? That we've got a consistent approach, even when we're trying a little bit out of the box things, but we got to know how to execute those, and that'll happen. We haven't executed some of them very well lately, but that's because they're new and there's still some time with that. But probably the biggest thing is that we got to be able to execute in crunch time down the stretch with those two guys out there. We got to know where we're going, where the ball's going, where the shot's going, what plays we're running, what special situations late in games we're running, things like that. Those are the things that I'm going to be focusing in on.
That like just collective sharpness and brain all at once.
Yeah, but it's a huge thing. It becomes more of a as you guys know, it becomes a really big factor come playoff time.
Obviously, ideally, you want Kyle and Kawhi on the floor as much as possible. But is there a silver lining in Kyle having that timeout, maybe being able to see on the floor?
I think it'll be a silver lining with a lot of these guys, right? A lot of guys that have missed games is going to take some wear and tear off all of them, right? JV, Kyle, OG even, Norm. There's a lot of guys that have been out for significant games, and although it's unpleasant while it's happening, and we have to maybe lean on some people and play some other people, there's some benefits to that as well. I think hopefully we've raised the level of some of those guys' play up a little bit, and then when we get our guys back, it should make us all the stronger.